Having a pencil?
Nope.
Really?
Shoot.
I
thought I already had one in there.
Well, I mean, are you talking about base pencil, like just regular lead?
I just used any pencil at this point.
I mean, I suppose. By the way, hey everybody, it's 3454 here with a game called Katawa Shoujo.
It's really good.
Yes, it's actually really good. He's kind of iffy about recording it. I'm not. Truth be told, I'd be doing this without recording, but
I need a pencil.
yeah, he doesn't want to pay attention to it too much because this game emotionally ruined him. He's done one story, I've done 3.
It was satisfying.
I've been satisfied with all of them. I like the stories. I need to know the rest.
It's funny how you said you didn't want to bring it up, and then the first thing you do is bring it up.
I just didn't want you to bring up the fact that you keep calling me a whore. Keep calling me a whore, and a slut, just because I did 3 stories. Okay?
Because you care.
I care about all these characters. If it's any consolation, Emmy is the only path I did normally. The rest I used a guide for. Because I didn't want to feel like a whore.
Where's my pencil?
So, because after I've done everything normally, anything else is false. Anyway, this is Katawa Shoujo. It's a dating sim / visual novel. If you don't know what it is, well, you're going to learn pretty soon. For those of you that do know what this is, we're going to be taking a specific path. We're going to be using a guide as well, because why not? At this point, truth be told, I don't even think we're going to be able to finish.
Well, give me a pencil.
Why do I need to get you a pencil?
Because it's your house.
Why do I need to get the pencil, though?
What is this garbage? Oh,
that's keys.
That's.
Why don't you go get the pencil from my pencil bag?
I don't know.
Just go downstairs. You don't care enough about this.
I really don't.
So you just go downstairs.
Let's at least start.
Just bring my entire backpack up. We gotta get through the first stuff with Iwanako. You can go do that while this happens.
All right.
I'll commentate. It's a very long entry.
I call being Kenji.
You okay? Your loss. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deciduous trees provide a beautiful green canopy, far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. But now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in this cold. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 o'clock p.m. Ah yes, the note. Slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more of a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. As I ponder the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. Snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world.
What?
I barely made it anywhere.
Congratulations.
Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time is slowed to a crawl. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone's approaching me from behind. Hi, Hisao? You came? A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. Just keep looking. I think the pencils are pretty small. I have a pencil sharpener in there as well. Iwanako? I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours? Damn it, I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. Pathetic. Yes, I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle, even if I tried. Oh no. My heart is pounding now, as if it were trying to burst out from my chest and claim this girl for itself.
That would be a fun sight to see.
So, here we are, out in the cold. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. I know like everything about this.
You know what the first choice you have to make is to click the mouse on the choice?
Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence.
All of the experience that is meant to be had.
I know. I know. Her eyes lock with mine as she lazily twirls her long dark hair around her finger. I expect this to be the exact same thing as if I was reading a fan fiction.
Spoilers.
As out of the wild, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. Yeah, that's the guy. That guy right there. That's
poking myself in the eye.
In technicality, we're both him.
In technicality, everyone who watches this video is him.
My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried. You see, I wanted to know if you'd go out with me. I stand there, motionless, save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point. Sal? I reach up, trying to massage my throat, but this only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. Hisao! My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which shoot up and open in terror. Dun 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 dun. I feel so bad. I actually feel really bad. The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees.
Hisao! Hisao!
Hisao! Dun 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 dun. Time paradox. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Ironako running towards me, all those fade to black. The last thing I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Ironako screaming for help and the incessant clatter of the branches above.
If you couldn't tell, we've already both read this several times, potentially. Yeah. So, we don't care about this at all, unfortunately. So...
to give it, without spoiling anything about the game, this game is a dating sim. We have multiple choices. We'll go into the details of what the dating sim is later.
It's not even a dating sim.
I think it's a dating sim. I'd say it is. It has choices, and the choices
oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't know what you're looking at.
How has it been so quiet?
What?
Fine.
Oh my god. My cat's been behind the TV the entire time.
How has it been so quiet?
She's just been sitting there. She didn't even realize we're here. For all I know, she could be dead.
No, she just moved. That's how I saw.
And I didn't even realize she was there. But yeah, I'd say it's a dating sim, because like your choice in the beginning seemed to really reflect. Like, this is a very well-written visual novel.
Yeah, no, see.
And / dating sim.
It's just, I can't get my eyes off the cat now.
I didn't realize she was there. Delta's done a lot of stuff for this game. Thank you, Delta.
Thank you, everyone involved. It's actually really good.
Like,
I mean, we're complete idiots just ruining everything that's good about it.
Yeah, he did one path. I've done 3. I did 2 of them with a guide.
Establish that.
I did 2 of them with guide. 1 was normal. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. And we're doing one path that none of us have done,
and that we have absolutely no involvement with, really. So.
Yeah, we'll go into the details later. I can see just on the recording, you can see like the bar for the microphone is peaking so much, and that whole time I can probably count the times I've left the hospital room.
You should quiet down a little bit.
Maybe you should quiet. I'm excited. I'm supervised on one hand.
It's only peaking when you talk. See, whenever I talk, it gets up.
Because you're like 6 feet away from it.
I'm not.
4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thought. So I've had plenty of time to come. You have 6-foot arms to terms with my situation.
I'm not even
arrhythmia.
I'm not even 6 feet tall.
It's hard to get around in a 6-foot town when you're 10 feet tall. Everything is just really small. A strange word, a foreign alien one that you don't want to be in a small room with.
What?
A rare condition. It causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. Apparently I've had it for a long time. This was a miracle that I was able to go out so long without anything happening.
Yeah, no, that's number 1 rule. Getting your girlfriend gets you heart attacks and death.
Only if you have arrhythmia. It's how you know. You ever want to check.
He lived his whole life without knowing, but only when he got a girlfriend did he actually find
Well, did he get the girl, though? I mean, it was kind of in the middle of it. He could have. Then he had a heart attack. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Weren't you gonna do, like, title cards or something? Or even just, like, I could use as a thumbnail, maybe, if anything.
I don't know. I was thinking working on, I don't even know, because we're gonna hold off on
uploading a couple times. That's stuff. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell a house.
Cough sandwich.
Yeah.
I think I might just do that.
Just call it cough sandwich.
No.
I mean, there's a lot of games that can fall under.
I mean, I'm just calling it just sandwich, so that way you can't get it unless you know.
So that way, discovery of this
way the people who... No, I don't want to... I'm trying to finish my sentence.
I'm trying to finish his sentence.
He can wait. He's in a hospital.
We're going to be at this for at least 3 hours. You do realize how long Act 1 takes. Well, just say what you want to say.
I'm just going to do a sandwich. I don't think I'm going to add everything I said. Just do a little sandwich.
You're just going to make a sandwich?
Yeah, just a sandwich.
Okay. He's going to be drawing for most of this, by the way.
Yeah, because I really am not good at reading or spellers and grammar. I am...
The grammar is very good.
My grammar is, well...
I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from my
grammars are good.
When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to the nothing shortly after. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me the sympathy had been turned into a class project. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Iwanaka was the last to stop visiting. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. You know, maybe my voice keeps speaking in the mic because it's so, like, deep and rough. Like, your voice is kind of a...
That or you're projecting it straight into the mic while I'm kind of, like, half at it and not very, you know, talking like I have something to say.
Oh, yeah, you're peeking it. There you go.
Yeah.
The hospital? It's not really a place I'd like to live in. Doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless.
I'll be the voice of all the faceless entities.
I guess it's because they're in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them. That makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of an omen. I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answers shows that there's at least some hope. I never realized how much of a whiny little brat he was in the beginning. I forgot about that. I just skipped the entirety of the first act for the most part.
And, well, to be fair...
I know he's in a tough time. I know it's a tough time.
To be fair, I skipped the entire first act up until, like, halfway through the end because I just want to say it because...
he got the bad ending.
Yeah. I basically got the bad ending.
Like, the worst ending. There's a bad ending for every path. There's a worst ending.
No, yeah.
Just separate from everything.
Literally, I just... Wait. I'm just gonna... Do you want me to just say it? Because nobody really cares.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, I got the bad ending where I don't get the girl, I don't get any girl.
No one cares about him.
And I die. I literally get drunk and die.
Yeah. We'll go into that a little bit more when we meet the perpetrator. Maybe. I don't know. At some point I stopped watching TV. I don't know why, I just did. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism from my situation. I started reading instead. There was a small library at the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. Started feeling naked without a book in my hands. But I loved the stories. That was my life alike. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey math I was trapped inside, instead of moving within.
Gooey math, not gooey math.
Did I say math?
Nope.
A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I would have to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. That happened only rarely. I couldn't even cry. Today, the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he is trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut in.
Both of them are even sort of dressed up. This must be some kind of special occasion. It's not a party. There's this ritual the head cardiologist has. takes his time, sorting his papers and setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eyes for a moment.
Hello, Hisao. How are you today?
I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him.
I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medications sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription. Yep.
The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly.
So many.
I take it from his hand and take a look at myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. This is insane.
Okay, can I do something real quick?
Depends on what it is.
I'm just gonna...
Oh, okay. He was moving the thing. We're using XSplit, and it has the screen also on XSplit.
Because our recording's messed up, we had to use something else. And
perhaps it wouldn't recognize it as its own window. Side effects, adverse effects, contraindications. Okay.
Contraindications.
Oh, contraindication. That makes a lot more sense.
I'm in a medical class. I know what I'm saying.
You are? Oh yeah, you are. And
I've been in a medical class for 3 years, dude.
And dosages are listed line after line with cold precision.
I've been in multiple medical classes for more than 3 years. I'm more than qualified to
I tried to read them, but it's so futile.
Yeah, because you're not smart like I am.
No, because it's all blocked by this white background.
I can read it.
I can't either. I can't as well. I can't understand any of it. Attempting to only makes me feel sicker. All this for the rest of my life, every day.
I thought I saw erection.
Okay, well...
No, I could have sworn I saw erection, dude.
Well,
I swear to God.
I'm sure you did, sweetie. I'm sure you did. I'm gonna move this down a little bit, though, just so I can see that.
I'm afraid that it is the best we can do at this point. I swear to God, if we look back, I'll show you. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years.
Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all.
Also, I've spoken with your parents, and we believe it would be best if you don't return to your old school.
What?
No, please calm down, Hisao. Listen to what the doctor has to say.
Calm down? The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever my concern shows, it's ignored.
We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So I've spoken with your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students.
Disabled? But am I?
It has a 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence, but while keeping help nearby.
Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point.
Of course. Okay, I'm sorry. Of course. That's only if you want to go, but your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you.
All I see is fat. 1 vlog equals 1 Dorito.
I mean, he has a heart disease.
Did he get it from his dad?
We went out there and had a look a couple of weeks back. I think you'd like it.
It looks like I really don't have a choice.
Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education.
This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamned opportunity.
Okay. Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remembered you wanted to return to school, and, well, it's not the same one.
A special school. That's an insult. That's what I want to say. To step down.
It's not what you think. All the students there are pretty active in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help. in one way or another. Your father's right. And many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability.
By the way, that's like the entire message of this game, and it does it really well.
One of my colleagues is in another hospital as a graduate.
I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. I really hate that something so important was decided for me, but what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now. It's funny. I'd always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now. Something about how I can go back to school anyway, but no. I don't say anything. The fact is I know now it's futile. I look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that can make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice. I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school, what is it even like? So much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. That is all I can think of to get me through this. At least I still have something, even if it's a special school. It's something. It's a fresh start and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like. Act 1. Life expectancy.
I just realized how ironic that is because I died.
Yeah. Real quick, I'm gonna do a quick save.
We're gonna save.
I got a lot of saves. Don't pay attention to any of that. You don't need to know. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and grey plaster assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wondered if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. So I walked towards the main building of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone, as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have, more like a park, with a clean walkway going past trees and the smell of fresh-cut grass and all other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder.
Hygienic, you idiot.
Okay, I didn't come here to discuss your... I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. The
difference is I started out saying I had bad grammar and stuff.
I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes.
Are you trying to say that?
That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies, too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought. I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told that this is my new school, in the back of my mind it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. It makes me wish there was someone here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. Trees hum with the wind and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. It makes me think about hospitals again, how they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a common color. So why am I feeling so anxious despite all this greenery? Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It's the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous and with the realization set in my head, I opened the front door. I'm opening my door. It's hot in here, no one's home, and the cat's already in here. There's no point in keeping it closed. If someone comes home, we can close it, but let the room air out. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical that feels so much better. I can feel like the
rush of cold air.
I can just feel the air come in. Tall man. Do you want to do him or?
You must be Niki
Nakai.
So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Muto. Welcome.
We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy. And he just looks at— ow! That was like the funny bone of my knee! I didn't know they had one.
Dude, there's one here. There's one here. There's one Especially when here.
Stop hitting my funny bone of my knee. Why you have a... Oh yeah, you have a ruler. Why?
Because I'm drawing.
Why are you not talking?
The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Wow.
There's no time for you to get checked for, not being dead. Oh, should I go later? Yes, afternoon is probably fine. Dang! I'm sorry, I'm so used to...
Yes! Afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already.
Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow, not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of this, I almost missed what the teacher was saying.
Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Yes, of course. I looked at the guy and I remember the first few answers.
Yeah, of course. Well, why would you even say why? I mean, I guess that's if you want to die. Yeah, sure. I mean, isn't that normal?
Isn't that normal?
I see what you're trying to do.
Of course, but not everyone likes to be at the center of attention.
I'm probably one of those people.
Because she's definitely not the center of attention.
But I guess I should be the one to give the first impression of myself. No one knows who Shizune is right now. They will in time. They will in time.
I thought we said we're going for Shizune's path anyway, so I at least could say her name.
I mean, if they knew this game, I don't think I even mentioned it explicitly. I said you took a path, I took 3 paths, we're doing the one that...
You said Emmy, I said Lily, so...
Well, I said
Either way, we just...
Right, but it's no problem.
Let's go then!
This commentary is riveting. My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for class 3-3.
I'm just gonna pull an Albert Wesker on Kenji.
Okay. Moto opens the door and enters. I mean, if you can do the voice... No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Good morning, everyone! Sorry I'm late again.
That's not your joke. That joke belongs to Proton John and his Hatoful boyfriend's dream life highlight.
It's hilarious.
Yes, but I don't think Kenji knows what a Xenoblade is. All I know is that it's apparently sold at GameStop for $90.
Can I say Xenogear instead?
No, or you can just read what he says. He actually says stuff. I hesitate for a split second at the door.
Okay, then you know what? I'll give spoilers for him only because it's real.
Get a grip. This is a big step. I know that.
Stop
But there isn't any point to worrying so much about it, at least not this soon. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gaze of my new classmates. Like 90% of these people don't matter in the slightest, by the way. It's pretty spacious, the ceiling is unusually high, and there's lots of space left over around in between the desks.
Stop.
Why am I stopping? Are you trying to...
Art girl.
Okay. Oh yeah, hey, that is!
Handless girl.
Yeah, I know her. But we know that person. That's
Haniki.
That's Hanako. She's one... This is actually one of the paths you can take.
That almost looks like Rin.
Nah, that's not Rin. Rin's not even in this class.
It's not, but it looks like it's almost Rin. Next.
Yeah.
Click.
The entire wall taken up by blackboards and the high, old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. Students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stop walking in front of the classroom and face these other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school, but then why would they be here? Probably like me and have something wrong with them, only it's just not immediately obvious. Then I noticed that one of the girls seemed to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring.
This is the important girl.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's us.
Yeah, it's right there. That's us in real life. That's how we look in real life.
Then that's me right there. Look at that. That's me.
That's Scott. Because he's not here. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. Yeah, the class. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me. A girl with really long, straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands as if it will make her invisible. There's one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. I don't think he's ever important, unless he's important during this path. Goodbye. Goodbye, friend. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl seemed to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she's doing. It's kinda cute, so is the cheery looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. It's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in.
Okay, I need you. He's talking. Okay. Please welcome our newest classmate.
Come on down! He claps his hands, and so does everyone else, except one girl on the first row who has only one hand. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks to this applause I did not deserve. Collective silence tells me that I should open my mouth now. So, I'm Hisao Nakai. And after that, my hobbies are reading and soccer. I hope to get along well with everyone, even though I'm a new student.
He never plays soccer.
I think he looks at it at one point, but then he's like, nah. I mean, he does kind of have arrhythmia. And after that, I'm being so boring. This is exactly like every self-introduction ever. I should say something more exciting. I end up saying nothing, and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied, even with what little I said, though. A few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. It could have gone worse. I don't recognize you when your hair's not tied. I was scared for a second.
He was like, who's this crazy person?
Hanako, you look pretty manly.
You look at me!
Rocks out your face, but A for effort. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along with while laying my skate sweep across the class. I really shouldn't be making that joke. I really shouldn't. No. I played through the story. I understand. You played through Lily. You understand. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. First row girl claps on this round with her one hand against her other wrist that ends up in a bandaged stump. Makes me feel a little bad.
We're going to be doing some group work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, it's fine with me.
That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. She is the class representative.
I'm gonna work with her, alright.
She can explain everything you might want to know, and who else would be able to do better than that? Right.
Yeah, I got a bit of a pause there. You okay? Did my comment disturb you? Did I give you a concern? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignment and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. Answers me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. What? Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression.
Alright. Hakamichi's right there. Shizune Hakamichi.
As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. Okay. To everything. What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter, and we're gonna be seeing a lot of her, so your throat's gonna be dead by the end of this.
It's nice to see you too, but...
Tilde.
I'm not Hakamichi, I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi, Shi-chan. Shika-chan.
I think it's Shi-chan.
I think I'm just gonna call it Shika-chan.
I mean, please don't. Your voice is disturbing enough. I like that crosses out Shizune and puts Misha.
Hi, Shika-chan.
Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she has been staring at me this whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. She has short yet carefully and neatly brushed hair. Her oval-shaped glasses balanced on the tip of a dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. It's nice to meet you. I'm not gonna make that joke. I was thinking about it. No, I was more gonna say who's gonna do her voice, but I just
that works.
I mean, I feel like it doesn't make it too much better that I announced that I didn't want to do the joke. She immediately looks at. Okay, okay, this is sign language, not shadow clone jutsu. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. Please stop.
Nope.
We're offending people. I mean, at this point, we've offended someone. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, you'll be able to talk to people, and who better to explain things to you.
I can see you're a little confused, right? Right? I understand why you would think I was Shika-chan. Shika-chan. Shika-chan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her. I'm like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you, too! You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shiki-chan, of course he is! If he wasn't, he wouldn't be standing up there for no reason, right? Right! He seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here today so soon. Hiki-chan, right?
Hiki-chan.
Hiki-chan. Yup, it fits, doesn't it?
Did I say it out loud? It's just a surprise. I've never liked that nickname. I don't really see how.
It fits! You look just like I imagined.
You're really getting into the bubbliness. You were so against this. You were always like, oh, we gotta set this up.
I gave up.
You just slowly go to your real laugh.
Yeah, you look just like Hiki-chan.
I wonder why everyone seems to think so. No, we aren't. We're that parody anime thing that Ego Raptor did like 30 years ago. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Goshen in Paradise. It was Goshen in Paradise, that's what it was. Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. She didn't even do the... She wanted that kind of stuff. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Doesn't matter that this door is open. We're just gonna make it. I need a shower after this, for more reasons than one.
Shiki-chan wants you to know that she's actually class proud.
Why is that funny?
So if there's anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. I'm not even gonna do it this time.
Just.
If you like school so far, we can show you around a little if you haven't had time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it.
My hands hurt from doing that. I feel like I didn't do it right.
I did it like 5 times, so my hands hurt too.
Why is there a question mark right there though?
Just go.
I feel like that's not a grammatical error on their place.
Just go.
Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, I just kinda came straight to class today. No smart ass.
Not this time. I'm gonna let my hands stop being them. That's no good! You should always try and learn as much as you can about where you are before you get there. Not just with school either. Always! Even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, Shiki-chan?
Learn about where you're going? I guess I didn't bother to do that, but just didn't care enough to do so. Didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it half-assedly, but anyway. I don't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? Seemed like it was about me. Feel like something over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly deeply.
You look down. Are you okay?
Smart ass.
Yep. Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things. By asking! Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test.
By the way, we're running at 30 frames. If that frames encoded is anything to go by, we're going by at 30 frames. For a text-based game, that's pretty amazing. Considering how Gaokao turned out. Alright.
Oh, there's another thing! You don't have to call Shiki-chan something so familiar like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shiki-chan!
Just gonna clap now instead of just clapping.
Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate. Yep. Shizune is fine.
Okay, that would be a lot easier for me. Feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about
she's
Shizune.
here for your life at this point.
Well, we don't know what's gonna happen. We've stayed away from these two in almost every sense. Hanako is probably the closest I ever got to these two, and even then, Especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she still seems like that, just less so, I guess.
Don't assume.
Nah, it's more like... because there's an exclamation point. And it's just a loud one, you know. Ow.
Huh? Alright, we haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shiki-chan will get mad!
The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start it now if we want to finish it before the end of class.
That too!
I'm trying to think, how many people are we offending right now?
Everyone!
I mean...
We're just going for everyone, we don't care.
Remember, the more you hurt those hands, the less you're going to be able to draw, but I don't think you're worried about drawing at this point.
Stop.
Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that.
I mean, you can kind of look at it.
Okay, I get the message.
It's gonna be big and sandwich.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so...
I'm even gonna give you the chance.
After class, we should take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay?
Tilde. She likes tildes. The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. I never realized, but I feel like tildes are very good for people with her kind of personality. I don't know why, it just feels like it matches. Like, what is a tilde even used for?
It's meant to show exaggerated, brought-out speech, so instead of saying, okay, it's okay!
Okay, but like, what is it used for, like, regularly? Is it just that? Is that its only use? Like,
that's usually what they're used for, or they're hyphens.
For like the first 11 years of my life, I didn't even know it existed. Still, we finished it a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class, despite our late start. Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha's a lot more playful and girlish, not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. Hey, the cat's awake.
What's sad is that actually fits what's happening right now. I'm being distracted and not working on my work, but I'm going to be doing most of the work anyway.
Well, I'm reading just the main parts. The clock tower bell rings, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby. Oh, the cat!
Uh-oh! Just goes back.
Where I met Muto, down to the bottom floor. Just like everything in the school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Its big windows open to the courtyard, towards the main gate.
I think it's confused. It's the cafeteria!
The moment you said that, she's trying to put it apart and then she just pulled it back. Like, no, I'm just gonna go back to bed. Hey, kitty cat, you okay? An enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. She's being so quiet. There's a rather long list of menu options, which seems great until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice! It almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the
I think
patient.
that was supposed to be sarcastic. You can't have just said that in one way.
Nah, that was sarcastic. My sarcasm at this point is my normal voice. I pick something at random and follow Shizune to a table, sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. I don't understand signs, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at a person who talks to you is proper and polite?
Do you want to know something?
What?
About anything! We're your guides,
Well,
so you should ask us if there's anything.
I know exactly what we're going to be asking. I wonder.
Ask about Shizune's
I'm a little quick save. I always like to save before a choice. Wait, no, that's, I don't, nah, just get rid of that one. It keeps putting me at the bottom of the list, but the last three are my, like, ends of the stories. Ask about deafness! Shizune intrigued me, and I kind of want to ask something about it. I can't really ask about something that personal, can I? I can't come up with anything else to ask, so I just focus on my food while the girls talk. Wait, he doesn't even ask!
Are you?
We were worried! I told him, you know, if we do this, Pat, we're gonna have to ask about our deafness. It's gonna be really rude.
We just avoided that because we thought that would be inconsiderate to ask something so rude. But apparently, this freaking game lies.
No, it's just like, nah. He's not even gonna ask. Misha and Shizune signed back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideway glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they're talking about secret girl stuff or something.
Maybe it's not bad that people don't have to listen to my voice.
I quickly noticed a conversation in sign is not enough to fill a silence. We didn't even, like, I mean,
That
if
pisses me off.
anything, it just pushed his interest in it. We arrived in the classroom early, but we're not the first. That dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over her desk at the last row.
I'm gonna pet her with my ruler.
Don't do it. Don't do.
Okay. I'm gonna pet her with my finger.
Why? You call me, like, weird for doing 3 pats. You literally just touched my screen to pet Hanako.
You know what? I have.
You have Lily.
No. I sat with her when Lily was gone and said it's okay. I'm her friend. I'm not her boy toy.
Okay. She jumps. I can't really argue that. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. She shrinks deeper into her seat. I could feel her tension all the way from here, as if she was slowly turning into stone just for my presence.
Okay.
Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind it, as they walk directly past her to their seat and begin to converse. Left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students, and finally the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't.
Oh, sorry, they can hear that.
Yeah, they can hear you.
I just physical abuse with my ruler.
Yeah, he's just hitting himself in the knee. And the funny bone in his knee. Toward the end of the class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. I am. Maybe it's the long time spent in the hospital that made me like this, leaving feeling physically weak and lifeless. Before long, the final bell rings.
Congratulations, you finished day 1 of 8.
School is finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. Yeah, okay.
Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hiki-chan. We've got to hurry already since there's a lot of work for us to do.
If you ever get into animation...
Don't.
Just don't.
Just don't.
Very good.
You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it!
Wait, teacher said I had to see the nurse. Where do I have to go?
Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurses have their own building. We'll have to go outside.
Oh god, I've heard of that place. We join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell and outside, but the girls pointing out other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours.
Stupid her role.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of who am I gonna take. I mean, I'm already playing Hisao, but I feel like I need to take more than just him, even if he's 90% of the dialogue. Like, I just feel bad.
I'll just take all the side characters, you take narration, and because a lot of this is just narration. So
yeah,
I guess that's fair.
When we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually a part of the main building.
This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' offices. There's even a swimming pool!
Yeah, I don't think that swimming pool's ever brought up ever again. Like, I mean, I realize it's probably good that they mention it because it makes sense, but how is that official?
Don't be silly, Hiki-chan. It's for physical therapy, of course.
Like, they make kind of a big deal about it here. In some of them. I mean, it's not like a huge
It's just
deal.
a simple joke.
But I guess it makes it feel more lifelike and real.
Sort of. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. Oh, I read that weird.
Yeah, you should kind of drop down your girly voice.
You'll be fine here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow!
Yeah, thanks, bye, just bye, just thanks.
And then I wake up, and then you wake up with my head over your face. Just, good morning!
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. Just, you're over me, just...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you're saying right. I can tell you right now, I'm gonna keep that fan right next to my desk. Right next to my bed.
Honestly, we should, like, move it so it's, like, over there, so it, like, cools.
A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with actual education. I don't want to turn it on because I'm afraid it might make a wind that messes with the mic.
Yeah.
Because it's necessary for a place like this.
Going to save us is also going to ruin us, isn't it?
I mean, you probably put it in the hallway, maybe just have it blower draft in here. If you keep it far enough away, it probably won't make a much big of a...
The cat will probably eat it.
I mean, I don't think Misha's gonna be talking for a while. I can probably handle the nurse.
I want to handle the nurse.
You want to handle the nurse?
I like the nurse.
I have a feeling I know what Boy's gonna do.
I'm just going to be normal, really.
Oh, you're just gonna be normal?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna pull a Xenoblade on you
No.
with Proton John.
No.
Because apparently you just loved that stream.
No, his I just love Xenoblade.
You never even played it, have you?
Total boyfriend?
Oh, yeah, well, you haven't played a Total Boyfriend either. I walk in hoping that this
I
is
haven't
real.
played what? Xenoblade?
Yeah, have you? I haven't. Because I heard it's sold at GameStop for $90.
Mm-hmm.
I've
I
seen
mean,
it.
Anthony has it. He offered to let me steal it from him for like a class period or something like that.
For a class period.
Yeah.
I walk in hoping that this will be only a quick visit, like the teacher said. I was distracted. You distracted me with your ruler.
I'm sorry. Physical abuse is
Your ruler
is stress.
Your ruler is ruining my concentration.
Well, it's also sign language, so we gotta get used to it.
That's not sign language. That's smacking your knee with a ruler. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text "Head Nurse" and a nameplate. We'd probably be done with this if we weren't screwing around. A voice from the inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large, and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns around on his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils. There are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk.
Hello there. What can I do for you today?
He's young-looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheek wash that impression away when he smiles. Are you the nurse? He smells like a person who has heard this same question hundreds of times. Please stop smiling like that. I can see your Invisalign braces.
Why, yes, I am. It says on the door, no? You can call me by my name or just the nurse, like everyone else.
Of course. I shake off my confusion, realizing I probably should go grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. We're just role-playing this? You just gave me an actual handshake. Right, I'm a new student and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hisao Nakai. His eyes light up with revelation and he snaps his fingers.
Oh, you're that Nakai! I was just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia or related congenital.
You said con. Keep going,
Heart muscle deficiency, right?
He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yes.
Good. Well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly.
You don't even know his name. I don't think his name is ever made canon. He's just Nurse. I call him Nurse Dono, just because he's so cool.
We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone in the staff from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there's a problem.
Famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, this is like a hospital.
Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here.
His joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. That's like 90% of how long I've known you. Yeah, it's just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at a school.
You'll get used to it.
I'm not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it.
Now, let me just find your file again.
Just look at just use some paper or something that just rustles. I mean, don't ruin your paper, but yeah, there you go. While he searches for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of papers around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and ceilings, dark gray laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all 4 walls, reminding me to eat properly, 3 times a day and from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it.
So, you already have medications for the arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening, or it won't help much. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing?
About to box you. He grins to his own joke, but I don't. I played soccer occasionally with some classmates.
Alright. I'm afraid you're gonna have to... I'm going to have to recommend you refrain from doing that. At least for the time being.
I mean, if you need to improvise with different lines at the same thing, I feel like that'd be fine.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that.
Like, if you start messing up. Oh. I like a reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick the ball around. Guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport. Just have something to do.
Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart, or risking another attack is not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area? There's no mention of the cause in your papers.
I got really excited. Not exactly. I sided the question acceptably. I feel like I screwed it. And he glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face.
Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks or even light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming maybe. There is a pool here.
Never mentioned again. Unless something happened to Shizune, we have no idea what happened, so for all we know, we can see the hell out of that pool. So I was told.
You were very good. At any rate, I'm sure you'll be told. I'm sure you've been told this before. You just need to take care not to overexert yourself.
He wags his finger to emphasize the point. No need, really. I've heard this 1,000 times already.
Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself.
Okay, love yourself. That's the first step to becoming a better person.
Yeah, that's impossible for me.
He goes over my papers one more time and sets them on the desk, obviously content. Well, considering all of your... And you just... Yeah, I can't even do that high-pitched voice. I tried to do that. I've tried it. Sometimes I can hit it, sometimes it just is...
You sound like a dead squeaky toy!
It's like squeaky.
You're like a dead squeaky toy!
From, it's the penguin squeaker from Toy Story.
Sorry! Good, that's it then. Come meet me if you ever need anything.
We're finishing this entire thing. Maybe not tonight, maybe not tomorrow.
No, dude, we're already been in it for an hour. We're good.
I mushed it out before I even realized it. A quick visit indeed.
Not really, it took like 20 minutes.
Well, because I end up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building, although to my eyes they still look one and the same. It's the first real look I get at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the school, going towards the gate or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they are going. I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? That's a terrible joke. I know. I'm sorry. I know. I was made. I feel.
Shizune talks and slapping your wrists together.
It wasn't a very funny joke. I should have just said ellipsis. That is what that's called. I should go somewhere too to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The weariness in me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. Are you ready for what you're about to do? You better have a voice ready at some point, because it's pretty soon.
Alright.
There's a garden of sorts between the school and dorms, shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh-cut grass that fills the atmosphere. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made of red brick. Like the others, it feels way too pompous for what it is, so I push forward, going inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like in the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. Same goes for the elevators at the end of the hallways. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching their television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. Seems that only the girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here, small corridors branch off from my main hallway. Each of these minor halls seem to have a toilet and shower, as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. Nameplates on the room adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just 2 of us here. Light shines from below the door of room 117, so I knock lightly. Hello? Is anyone home? I don't know why I did that voice. I apologize. From inside, I hear a few movements and the clicking of way more locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment, the door squeaks open. A bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. He is looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses.
Who is it?
Nice. Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses if he was? He leans closer to me until I notice they're almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Yours stinks of chicken strips. Hisao Nakai, I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce His face suddenly brightens in realization. He stands back upright, thrusting his hand out in a smiling greeting, almost straight into my diaphragm. I'm not letting you anywhere near my diaphragm. Just get rid of that text buff.
Oh, sup, dude? The name's Kenji.
Hi. Take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it. Still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and the ham and welcome.
There's some suspicious-looking people going in and out of your room lately.
Lately? I think it's earlier, but
Whatever.
it's probably my parents.
Your parents? You sure? Because they could have been some other people too. You can't judge a book by its cover.
As we'll soon learn. His out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures.
You're a brave one, Hisao. Me, I don't think I could just trust the chances. The only one I trust is myself.
Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? Thinks about this for a while.
A wise decision.
And he's just like, I'm a level 40.
Damn, you're smarter than you look.
He's just like one of those guys like, I'm a level 40 black mage. Magic missile.
Just keep going. Probably.
That's the voice you put to him.
What do you like? What do you look like? I hope not smart.
He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backwards to dodge it.
Never mind. It doesn't matter.
With that, he turns, fumbles around for a moment in search of the door handle, and shuts the door behind him. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 119.
By the way, get used to Kenji because he's evil.
Get used to Kenji. You guys see a lot of him even though you don't want to. Bleak beige walls, white linen, a desk made of some type of light wood, ugly curtains. It's no one's room, impersonal like my hospital room was. My bags are sitting at the foot of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes. Also, it seems that there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts. Can you do a mom voice and I'll do a dad voice and just have them just read at the same time?
How about no? You just read it because that's technically narration.
Okay. I mean, it is in his mind, so.
It is him reading. So.
Yeah. Hi, Hee-chan. Hee-chan. We've unpacked your things and made your bed. They said that if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love,
Mom and Dad.
Yeah. That's more like, it's the one reblog equals one Dorito voice.
Mom and Dad.
Yeah, I don't remember what your voice was. All I see is 5. One reblog equals one Dorito. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. I kind of hoped I would have, then there would have been something to do. It's still too early. Put the note down on the desktop and lie down in the bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I have nothing to do. The restless urge just keeps going until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming in for the entire day to day 2. I still am, I think. We're at 113,000 frames encoded. Not sure what that even means. I think every second it gives like the 30 frames per second kind of thing.
Yeah, so that shows how many frames we've recorded, so we can kind of generate how many.
I mean, it's unfortunately I'm an idiot with all this stuff.
I mean, we do have a calculator right behind us, but I mean, we kind of just look at the time, saying we've been going at this for about maybe
a long time. Damn, I have to distract myself somehow, so I won't be this unnatural all the time. Tomorrow I'll go buy some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now, bottles of medications neatly arranged on my night table to catch my eyes. About to do some drugs. Pick up one and shake it just to hear the contents rattle inside, and then read the glued-on pharmacy label. Hisao Nakai, 2 tablets daily to stay alive. Doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. I've been lied to. I've never been felt this betrayed.
I mean, you've read that, what, 4 times now, so shut your mouth.
Okay, I've read it once, or twice now. You do realize I've skipped through the entirety of the first act after I did Emmy. Kind of twisted, having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? With a sigh, I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right numbers of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. Ellipsis.
That's going to be like, yeah, it's going to be sandwich.
Okay. I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain, and after that I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. Do you have the guide ready, by the way? Because I think there's gonna be some choices at some point.
Next is the this game, so.
Oh, okay. It doesn't start looking any more familiar, not even after darkness falls in long shadows across my room like fingers.
Pretty sure that's the last important choice.
No, I think there's also the library.
That's just next to Hanko.
There's just
Say she's cute.
The sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm and nest-like against the chill that passes through room temperature here.
No!
What?
Is that what makes you get the bad ending? If you don't say anyone's cute, like you're into girls, it just kills you?
It's just that one choice. Did you say that?
No, yeah, because I was like, I didn't want to go on Hanako's, so I think.
So you thought by saying she's not cute, she wasn't cute,
I wouldn't have to go on Hanako's trail.
And then it just kills you.
And it's like, fine, you're not.
I mean, you have that. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit before we get to the choice, so you probably look at the ending because it has it.
Oh my god, it killed me because it thinks.
But just see what the choices you can take. Soon the lighter shades of darkness that it is the ceiling looks like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity and fear creeping up on my spine once again.
Oh my god.
Is that seriously what it was?
I think that's what it was, because I don't think I've seen any other one where it doesn't say she's cute or whatever.
It could be. Just look. There's a path in there.
I am an absolute idiot.
You're a dick. You couldn't call her cute. Keep drifting further away from the world I knew.
I thought.
That's why I didn't go for a specific path.
Kenji path. No, even then it said. Wow.
No, even that one said you have to say she was cute.
So I just screwed up.
You just were a horrible person.
I guess it doesn't matter then.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna real quick save. Could we just? I like to save after those
days. Yeah, that's where I would save, stop, making it a good, drawing out point. Because, we have been going at this for like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
About 55 minutes. You want to stop for a while so we can get some drinks?
Yes, it's getting hot. Let's let the room air out. We just finished day 2 of school.
I don't know how to quickly stop this.
So
anyway.
So yeah, we're gonna end this now for episode 2.
I could probably split these into 30-minute episodes if I need to.
No, you shouldn't have to.
I shouldn't?
Yeah, because then you don't know where it'll end. It'll end up in like halfway through a day. So let's just end it at day marks where the thing changes. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
So that was episode 1 of Katawa Shoujo.
An hour-long video. Nice job. Let's do it.
It'll probably be the same. Alright, see you guys next time.